CHICKEN. Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We are back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, happy to say that actually late last night we were able to push up into Diamond. It was pretty well right after I recorded yesterday's video, which was a little bit unfortunate, but at the same time, everything I said in the video is exactly what we ended up doing, so you didn't really miss out on anything. This is a new base since then, which has been stellar. So if you're running the same defensive path that I am, this one was absolutely crushing it. Now, it has been difficult to stay in Diamond, I will say that. So we have been able to collect 2 chests, secondary rank chests, so that's good. It's only 4 keys, so again, it's not a big deal. Obviously, if you can do it, great, but it's not something you need to kill yourself over. If you're not able to get to Diamond just yet, you know, just hang tight, and the tides will turn, as they did for the chicken. We were getting slaughtered for the last 3 or 4 days. And then we were able to just simply, you know, get some tech, and then we turned it around. So if you guys haven't already, appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. We're about 1,500 subs off of getting to 40K subscribers, which, you know, at the rate we're going and at the rate Boom Beach is going, might take us a minute, but I appreciate it if you watch the videos and you take a sec to do that. We also have some offers in the shop. Let's go over these real quick. So $14 Canadian for 28 crystals, 6 powder, and 40 time savers. Now, some of you guys are going to rip me apart for saying that the offers are good no matter what the offers are. If you put it into context to some of the offers we've gotten over the years, like for a long time, the shop offers were like a complete joke in Boom Beach, like on purpose, supposedly too. It's like, oh yeah, the trader brings bad deals because it's a joke. It's like, that's dumb. These actually aren't bad, so you're going to spend money. These aren't terrible pickups, and I appreciate it if you are going to do that, if you throw in that code CHICKEN in the shop. I'll probably get the one with the time savers at some point. I don't know if I'll get the rest of the other ones, because I do have a lot of power stones on my account still. So, yeah. So what was the big difference maker? So the meta base for defense anyways was 2 sky shields and the microwaver. That seemed to be the trick. That pretty well stopped Seekers completely. I don't think I saw one Seeker player get through this. And stopped Seeker players. Rocket Chopper players had a tough time. I was debating going back and picking up another multi-node. Let's just start from the bottom here. So here's where we're at on the tech tree. And I don't think we've done anything back here differently. Still running the microwaver because we kind of need it for the Seekers. We still haven't gone through Rifleman yet. We will at some point go through Rifleman and probably pick up probably troop damage out of those 3 stats. What's back here? That's one of the worst multi-nodes I've ever seen. So moving along, what else do we got? What else do we do today? Everything was pretty well after 5 ERs. So this was all the good stuff. So if you're gonna hang out at 5 for a bit, make sure you have this stuff at the minimum. I actually haven't used the shocks yet. So don't think that you need all this, okay? So what did I do to get to Diamond initially? Max Barrage definitely helped. That really sped up our attacks. And the thing is now, some of the bases are getting so dirty. We'll go over the attacks in a second. Some of them are so dirty that the barrage is better spent just barding out either sky shields or shock launchers, not necessarily on engine rooms, unless unless you can specifically cut it up that way. The building help, that was what got us to Diamond, so that was huge. Everything else has just been kind of helping us stay there. But the building health was absolutely key, and then adding in the second sky shield obviously helped. And then I added building damage. I wasn't sure what to get out of all these 3 things. They were all good. I opted for building damage because it seemed like my base was really keeping us alive at the time. But we could probably switch that out for troop damage, I think, and not really see much of a detraction. And it might help us get through these bases a little bit faster. So we got to experiment a little bit there. And then from that point, that was all I wanted to get. I didn't want to spend any more time in 5 ER. We do want to get to 6. It is 120 keys, opposed to the... What does it usually cost? I think they're... No, these ones are less expensive. Because we got 8 engine rooms this season, remember guys. So we've got 6, 7, and then 8. So after we go to 6, I think we want to get heavies and heavy choppers, probably, because by that point people will be D'd up from the feet up. And then that top path looks pretty tempting, doesn't it? None of this stuff, but boom mines, troop health, and critter launchers. That all looks pretty good to me. And we've also got versus unlocking Zuka. That's an interesting deterrent because we don't need Zukas. So if we go up this side, it's all stuff that we need. Is this a level 1 prototype? Oh no, they're level 3, okay. Because this can get us right through to the end of the tech tree. Definitely not taking that penalty node. Or no, if we want rocket launchers, we gotta go through that. Okay, interesting. And then there's another stat node behind it. Wow, okay, they're really dangling the carrot in front of us. I don't know. That's a long ways away. That's a really strong multi-node too. So the end of the season can be very interesting. Especially with potentially 6 rocket launchers and potentially 4 shock launchers. But anyways, we want to get to 6 because all that stuff that we just looked at is a lot better than what we can get right now in 5. Yes, rocket choppers are viable, but we have been able to defend against them, so I wouldn't say that they're worth skipping out everything on. So let's go to the attacks next. Let's see if we can find some good ones. 237, that's not horrible. I feel like this one was decent. So this is pretty standard, okay? So this is a fairly standard base. Now, I switched to using mechs just because they lasted a lot longer and the warriors were kind of pointless with these heavily defended bases. And you see this guy's got the same thing. He's got the building health, he's got the DBD, troop health, troop damage, and a little bit of GB. I do have the 10% extra building health, but that's not really much. So the way I did this one was because remember I said we're only using that barrage if we can really cut up the base. Look at how horrible those missiles look. What's that, like 180p? They just look like little fuzzy things. Anyways, that doesn't matter. So it was going to be faster, I felt, to come from the bottom, because if we came from the other side, we couldn't BART this engine room out. I know I'm saying BART, and it's just barrage, but you know what I mean. So we could go 2 mechs, 6 bombers from that side, and then just farm GBE and BART out the one on the top, and then from there, we're just simply free clearing. And 237 is not a horrible time with the offensive boost and for, mech and bombardiers, what I'm using right now. The biggest thing with using bombers is you just got to make sure you're spending enough gunboat energy, not on taking down engine rooms, on making sure that you don't get shock locked, or you're not getting consistently hit with shocks over and over again. That's really going to ruin your time. And then just making sure you gung-ho it at the very end and you go for that Hail Mary flare. So let's take a look at another one. The 6ERs, I mean, they're naked, they're easy to take down. You just got to make sure that they fizzle on you. This is how I do them. I do 2-6 warriors. I use warriors on the 6ER ones just because they do a better job of just moving. Like, the mechs are too slow for these bases. And they get out, they distract a little bit, and you can regen them with second wind, and they're actually a lot faster than mechs. But I mean, there's nothing to those attacks. We're just running down and flaring. There's another 6ER. So I mean, as long as we can fizzle the 6s, then look at this one. This was to give me back in time too. I was like, oh my god, 1 second. Another 6ER. A lot of the Seeker players have gone to 6ERs. So, they're gonna get their. This was a weird one because this was a somewhat naked 5, but they're gonna get their extra stats is what they're going for. They're going for that troop health. So, that's a ways away. We don't have to worry about that for a little while now. So, and we'll have a lot of defense at that point too. So, but yeah, you can see right here, I kind of butchered this attack looking back on it, but just BARTing out that engine and then going for this one. That's all she wrote, guys. So I do hope that you found the video helpful. And let me know how you're making out down below in the comments. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. That is going to wrap up the video today. Make sure that you like, if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch the next one, guys. Check it out. Back.